It's sports week on the Great British Rugby, B, so let's watch it together. I cannot believe we are already on episode 5. So I went to get me snacks from the shop today. I got some squishies for the rhubarb and custard ones. I mean, I like all the squishies. Apart from the sour ones, they're not me. And I wanted an Aero, but I wanted the orange one, so I got it. But then when I got to the counter, they had white Aero. So I had to have both.
Week 5, it's sports week.
Right, let's see Avenue then. Let's see what the pattern challenge is. So Patrick actually does cycle to work every day. He would like pass us in the car park and be like, morning, and he's cycling, get up. And it was definitely a sight to see. Not in a bad way. This is lovely. Men's swimming shorts. Okay. 3 hours, 45 minutes to make a pair of men's swimming shorts. I love the pattern challenge because it's kind of a level playing field. They have all kind of the similar sort of fabrics. The meshes are all the same for this one. Elasticated waist. So basically the pattern challenge is, can you follow instructions? Can you follow a pattern, basically? The transformation challenge, that's all about creativity and concept. So the sewing doesn't need to be perfect. It's all about what is your vision. Amazing. Like, great. Love it. And the made to measure is obviously something that has to be, you're making to measure against a human. So each of the challenges, I know the transformation challenge isn't really the most popular, but I think each of the challenges to make it a TV show, and fundamentally that's what the Sewing Bee is. Each of the challenges has their individual place in there, and it is sort of essential to have them. Oh, they've got to put elastic in the leg holes as well. Ooh. Oh, I feel a bit like on my own this week because obviously last week I was down visiting Stuart and we had like a bee retreat for all of season 11. And I think like there was 9 of the original 12 souls. We all went, we took partners and the dog, and like we just had a great time all weekend. But obviously while I was down there, me and Stuart did last week's review, and it was really nice to have somebody to bounce off and talk about the stories from when we were on the show. So I feel a little bit on my own today. Or Adele's terrified to actually turn the iron on. Not Rebecca saying, I know nothing about men because I'm a lesbian. So Anna's just said there that on the instructions, all it says is insert the eyelet. Now, when we were on the Bee and we did the poppers on week 6, which was kids week, and we did poppers on the side of the trousers, they gave us the machine, but with no instruction. And it was one of the only times where I felt like, why have you not give us any instruction on this? Not a lot of people in the room had done it. And at one point, there was me, Gaynor, Yasmin, and Orla, all gathered around my desk, trying to figure out how we were going to punch the holes through and how to get the poppers to attach. We were kind of ahead in that challenge, so we had a bit of time to mess around and try and get it done. But then we all sort of separated, and then Gaynor, I think it was Gaynor, went, I know how to do it. So we all rushed to Gaynor's station, and she was like, this, you put this bit in there, and you put that bit on there, and then you press it. And we all were like, excellent. So then we went back and did it. It was one of the only times where I thought, you could have give us a little bit of insight into it. I'd never done it before. Tim's twisted his hem. They all seem to be really struggling with the elastic, pushing the elastic through. Now, when I was in the Bee, they did have all of the equipment under the desk. When you get there, they have a little basket, and it has like loop turners. It has a set of pins in it, a set of scissors, a rotary cutter. You obviously get the cutting mat. You don't have to use them, but at this point you would. And also we brought all our things with us. In fact, Novello and Glendora turned up with suitcases full of equipment. So scissors, they like brought threads. It was class. But Novello was having nothing stolen. She had Novello wrote on everything that she brought. And rightly so, because my rotary cutter got stolen. Fuming. Oh, I like Emma's and Heather's, actually. Oh, Tim's really cross. Such a simple mistake to make, but in the room, you're doing it, especially if you're running out of time. You're throwing that hem together. Oh, they all look class. Oh, they are like looking right on the inside and making sure that everything is done. Like we only see 10 seconds of the judging for each item, but really we stood there for a long time, and they literally tearing the garment, well, not tearing the garment apart, but they look at every single aspect. Anna's look nice too. Rebecca's actually used something that's not pink, which is, I'm quite surprised. Tim looks fuming with himself. So it's saying Adele's pocket, the back and the front, like they're different lengths. So it's making the pocket look baggy. But it's because she was terrified to iron it. If she pressed it, that would have pressed out really nicely. Oh, Adele's gone to 8th place. Oh, Minnie's low as well. It's between Beth and Heather. Heather gets another one. Heather's good. Heather's really good. I know the standouts at the start were Anna, Beth, and Emma. They were pulling a lot of challenge wins. Rebecca was doing really well also, but I feel like Heather took a little bit of time to get into her stride, but that girl knows how to soar, mind. Pattern challenge in the bag. What is the transformation? Oh wait, they haven't covered it. Oh my god, it's a sale. Is it a sale? Windsurfing sale. Okay. This is very similar to the one that I did on my season, which was reduce, reuse, recycle, when it was the tents. What? Wait, so they're working in pairs to make 2 pieces? I like that they're trying to switch things up. I don't know how I would feel about being partnered with somebody. I loved all of my season 11 sewers. We were all very different. We each had a lane. So if I was partnered with somebody who wasn't sort of similar to my lane, it would be difficult to make a piece that was similar. Adele and Tim, Emma and Heather, Beth and Minnie, and Rebecca's with Anna. Oh my god, I only got extra 10 minutes. So my experience in the room tells me that the extra 10 minutes were given for like the design process. So they would say, so production have probably said, you have 1 hour and 40 minutes. The first 10 minutes, when we say go and pick your sail, then stand and design. Oh, they all have their books and they're drawing stuff out. So I bet that first 10 minutes was to help design so that they are cohesive. And then you get your 1.5 hours to create the garments. Now that might be wrong. I am just thinking about what I'm assuming has happened. Because yeah, I don't know. I don't know what was happening on my season. But so those wind sails are really thick. So getting it through the machine must have been difficult, especially if you're trying to create some sort of structure, because you need to pleat it, I guess. So Anna and Rebecca, Anna's working on the top, Rebecca is working on the trousers. She's making trousers out of this, so which are super stiff. It's probably not going to be that wearable, but the transformation challenge, like I said before, is all about concept and design. Sophie's just asked if Rebecca and Anna are team players. Rebecca was like, yeah. Anna went, Anna and Rebecca have gone down like a theme. So like 80s, it's looking very 80s. I like Anna's top. That's cool. With the straps around the back. It's very like conceptual. I love what Minnie and Beth are doing. Adele's like, oh, we're going for a pimped up traffic warden. Minnie and Beth are doing the right thing. They both stepping back and looking at it and going, what is missing off it? What can we do? Like when they are lined up, they look awesome. They've really, really gone to town on it. I like it. So Patrick and Esme have basically said that they wish there was some clear in the skirt for Emma and Heather. But it's a skirt. Like if you have a clear panel in a skirt, you're going to be flashing. Patrick's right. Minnie's and Beth's looks like, it looks like a sail on the front. And that's like, they've kind of like embraced into what it was originally. And I really like that. I like Minnie's and Beth's. It's good. Rebecca and Anna's is very like 70s, 80s workout video. Like it's good. It is good. But I don't know what it is. Something about it. I'm just like, I don't know. I like it. Maybe I do like it. I don't know. Okay, who's getting it? I think it was a coin toss between Rebecca and Anna and Minnie and Beth. The windsurfing dress is really cool, what Minnie and Beth made. But I think Anna and Rebecca have taken it because of Anna's design of the top, concept of it. Patrick said it's a really unique way of adding the top and getting into it, giving them the win. So Heather and Emma seem to really get on well. Like they seem like they're actually really good friends. I mean, they all seem like they're connected really well. And I felt that in my season that we were a unit of 12. Like, I didn't feel like there was anybody that was like an outsider or was left out. We were all really involved in each other's experience. What's the made to measure? Right, wait, what? So they've got to make a bowling shirt that involves applique and stuff on and free motion embroidery. I don't really know how I feel about that. I've never done free motion embroidery, and it's rare that I applique anything. I would have really struggled here, I think. Wait, so Anna has sewn her shirt together before she's appliqued and free motioned on it. How is she gonna do that? She's making life a lot more difficult for herself by having the shirt constructed. If you free motion on a flat piece, then that makes it so much easier. Wait, Beth's constructing hers first as well. Unless they've been told to do that way. They're all constructing their shirts first. So, they must have been told to do that. I guess it makes sense, because if you applique everything and you do the free motion, if it come down to the wire and you did that first, a lot of the sewers, if they didn't have time, might not have finished a shirt, which means the models would have nothing to wear. They would just have pieces of fabric. So by constructing the shirt, it means that the models definitely have something to wear. It does make it a lot more difficult in the long run, but I guess they've done it for that reason. Again, I don't know that for fact. I think that's probably what they've done. I like the idea of Tim's, like the sunburst. That's cool. Oh my god, that is class. Minnie's using a hockey boot lace onto Little Tempest, which is our son's. Oh no. She was talking to the judges and she's just showed them what she's used, and it's stuck glue to her top. Oh, the fact that was seen in real time. Like, the judges were talking to her and she was like, yeah, this is I know when mistakes are made in the room, especially if the camera is on you, there is nothing you can do. You have to just own it. I can see it in Minnie's face that she's spiraling. So at this point, that's happened. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut a couple of triangles of that same stuff that's left that glue on and attach them on the shirt in different areas. Put some on the sleeve, put some on the collar. Like, it brings that mistake into the design. And the judges would say, oh, well, this wasn't your original design. But then she says, well, these things happen. And it was a happy mistake. Own it. Anna's spaghetti looks class. They've all done really, really well. Do you know what it is? I'm watching it now, and when it's on the runway, it looks like ice. It looks like she could have owned it and said, that's ice. Beth's is great. Really like Emma's as well. Hers is good as well. The writing on the back kind of blends in a little bit. But the applique stuff looks really good. Anna's is great. I love the spaghetti going all the way around to make it look like it's writing Anna. Yeah, it's cool. I like that she's left some dangling as well, because it adds like a 3D dynamic to it. At this stage of the competition, I would like to see what the other sewers that have gone home in previous weeks, what they would have done for each of the challenges. I know we did something very similar on our season, where when the season was airing, a couple of us released they actually made them at home and released what Jess did that. She did all the way up to our finale piece, and it was great. She did like a little photo shoot. It was fab. So I would like to see what the other sewers had in mind for each challenge. The front of Tim's is great. I mean, the back is good too, but again, same situation as what was with Heather. It's one line of stitching for the weight in the middle. It does disappear slightly, but I mean, you can see it when you're up close. Oh, it's such a shame that she didn't embrace what had happened. Minnie's one of my favourites, and it looks like ice. I agree, Patrick. I think it's a super strong design. I love the yellow and the black. So good. I like the sentiment of it, that it's a sun. Oh, the bootlace was such a good idea. Right, okay, so Tim has just said, I did what I could in the time I was allowed, which frankly wasn't very much. Give us the brief. The time is set for how long we have, so it's down to us. What do you think you could do in that time frame? That says to me, it's Tim that has misplaced the time of how long it was going to take. I understand. You throw your hands up and you go, there wasn't enough time there, but it was your design. I could have said exactly the same thing on Kids Week. We had 3.5 hours, and I was trying to make a pair of trousers, a shirt, and a tailored jacket in 3.5 hours for a child. I could have thrown my hands up and gone, well, they didn't give us enough time. But it was my design and I decided to do that. So the blame is not to be passed on to there wasn't enough time. I disagree with that. Who in the Made to Measure do I like? Anna's was mint. Really, really good. Loved the spaghetti design and the fact that it went all the way around the shirt and then wrote Anna. Oh, I liked Adele's as well. Adele's was great. The blue and white alternating colours, not alternating. The Blackburn Rovers shirt, very, very good. Well done. Now, if Minnie had embraced like the glue that looked like ice, she put it on other parts of the shirt, like some little mountains or like icicle shapes, and glued them to the front of the shirt, let them set and pulled them off and left the glue on, it would make it a feature. Who am I worried about? Yeah, I'm worried for Tim. And I really hope they don't send Minnie home. Okay, let's find out. Oh my God, Anna. Well done, Anna. I mean, fabulous work. Well done. It's beautiful. Oh, Tim. He's done great, to be fair. So, unfortunately, it was Tim's time to leave the sewing room. In fairness, he's done some wicked stuff. His Mexico costume with the feathers and the trim in the sleeve and the trim down the side of the trousers, using velvet, stretch velvet to make pants. What? Pattern matching down the front. The guy's got skill. Like, the bee doesn't look at what you've done previously. Every episode is judged the way it is. Like, if it wasn't that way on Kids Week last year when I went out, the week before I won 2 challenges. So it could have sort of been like, oh, but he has had a slip, but he won last week. That's not how it is. It is literally, you have to be on form the entire time. Well done, Anna. Like, an absolute another killer make. Well done. Like, you are very, very, very good. Next week is Kids Week. Oh, I'm triggered. I went out in Kids Week. But it looks like from the preview that there's some really good sets of challenges in there. I'm still loving the show. I still am a massive fan. I'm more excited for Kids Week than I thought it would be. I'll see you next week.